What's good, my ninjas, and welcome to the premiere episode of Grambling. However, I lied about one thing. I'm launching two episodes of Grambling. This video in particular is going to be Grambling Sports Edition. So I've got a lot to say about that. Anyways, this particular Grambling episode goes out to all the New Orleans Saints fans. Who dat? I'm a Bengals and Eagles fan, but the Saints and Drew Brees have always had a special place in my heart. So here it goes. I was going to make this on week 5, but no, week 4, but yeah, I'm launching this now and recording this now. So until until the week 5 game against the Washington football team yesterday, I had this to say about the Saints. Yo, let Jameis Winston play like how he played in the Bucks. Well, minus the interceptions and turnovers. But let Jamie sling. Let him sling. Let him throw the ball. Let him go off. The reason why I'm saying this is because the Saints have all the potential to be one of the top teams in the NFC South or just in the NFC in general. Because while Drew Brees is gone, which produces a cloud of uncertainty looming over the organization, they still have two capable replacements and one whose passing ability can achieve Drew Brees' greatness. First of all, yeah, New Orleans Saints, new image, new direction after having Drew Brees for over a decade. Drew Brees was the man here. He was the face. He was the heart and soul of this team. And he got this team a Super Bowl win shortly after one of the most tragic of natural disaster events or disasters in general in the United States, and particularly the New Orleans and Louisiana area happened, Hurricane Katrina. It was a feel good win, and it was a statement win showing just how great Drew Brees and the Saints are. But last year in 2020, Drew Brees played his final season and announced retirement shortly after the Saints got eliminated by the Bucks in the playoffs. Sean Payton, a man who's a pretty feared coach and a reckless son of a bitch, had a new task. His longtime QB and the QB he got into this team around the same time with is no longer playing, and he has to find a suitable replacement. So he's been given two options: longtime Saints member and a human switch Army knife. If I had to switch the NFL switch Army knife, if I had to switch Army knife, I would use that as an example to display this. Taysom Hill. Man is hard to cover. His versatility in any offensive football position, whether it's tight end, receiver, or running back, and his main position, quarterback, makes him a pretty tough force to deal with. And while he's a great rusher, his passing game at the time is yet to be desired. However, he's shown to be a capable passer in that Eagles Saints game last season. I was happy about my Eagles win. However, Jameis Winston is the more experienced starter quarterback who's played on that level many times. He was once the rookie. He was the rookie of this year in his first NFL season, offensively, and multiple times rookie of the month. He was also in the Pro Bowl in his first season as an NFL quarterback and brought his team to the playoffs. Even though I don't think he won a playoff game, I don't remember that season. But Jameis has a lot of upside. Before he entered the league, He was a Heisman winner and he won the college football championship, or I forgot what it was called at the time before it became officially the college football championship. All in the same season. And in that season, he was also the number one draft pick overall. Those are usually like pretty successful QBs. Sometimes they don't win Super Bowls, but they usually some of the quarterbacks that won Heisman trophies, won the national football championship, national college football championship, and were drafted number one overall, had some pretty solid careers. But Jameis Winston's career has been filled with ups and a lot of downs. His off-field issues have been like distracting the Bucks when he was the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like shoplifting for crab legs and so many other stuff. But the shoplifting for crab legs is the most noticeable one. And his penchant for turnovers. Jameis Winston is a pick machine. He got picked so constantly during his time as the Bucks starting QB. He would get intercepted average 2 times a game as the seasons progressed, maybe even more. But it was so bad that in his last season as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and as their starting QB, he threw for over 30 interceptions, but he also threw for over 30 touchdowns. So it leads to upside. Jameis Winston is a gunslinger. He is a very impressive passer. And his last season with the 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns, he led the league in passing yards. The boy can throw the ball. And again, while he turns over the ball a lot, he scores just as much. So if you're a fantasy football player and you were using him during those times, which I had to rely on him sometimes too, it was a gamble because you're either going to get good points or pretty good points. It depends on what Jameis you're getting. So yeah, Jameis, the Bucks decided Tom Brady comes to Tampa Bay. Yeah, last year 2 years ago, Tom Brady comes to Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston is not re-signed and is out of the job in Tampa Bay and is looking for a new NFL home. However, he decides to go to an old rival to revitalize his career and become better. In 2020, or maybe 2019, because of the offseason, he signed with the Tampa Bay. No, he signed with the New Orleans Saints and for a year and was basically working under a QB he respected but also rivaled, the legendary Drew Brees, which we're about to get back on that Drew Brees New Orleans Saints topic now that we talked about Jamie's signing with the Saints. So yeah, Drew Brees with Drew he decided to go to the Saints, learn under Drew Brees for like a year and not starter money, even though he could earn starter money. Just he did that. He took a contract for less money just so he can learn under Drew and become a better QB under Drew and the Saints for when his time would come. And his time came pretty quickly after Drew Brees announced his retirement in 2020 to 2021. So yeah, it led to the QB competition between him and Taysom Hill. The there's the upside and the downside between each of these two. Jameis Winston's upside is he is an excellent passer and he's a scoring machine. But his downside is his horrible decision making when passing, and his aiming issues, which lead him to be turnover prone. Those were the downsides. Taysom Hill's upsides is his athleticism, his speed, his trick play ability, and just him being in the Saints a lot longer, knowing the system better. His weakness is he's not used to a starting role, and he's not the strongest passer. Even though he kind of proved people wrong with the Eagles game, which I hate bringing up. Yeah, it was there was a lot to compete. Sean Payton had a choice to make. However, during a strong preseason showing, Jameis Winston earned the starting job, which I actually kind of predicted because, I mean, you have a former first pick overall, former Heisman winner, former college football champion, former rookie of the year, and former Pro Bowl QB in your hands. He's younger than Taysom. Jameis is in his mid-20s, while Taysom is 30 or a little over 30. I don't really know the specific ages, but Jameis still has a lot of time, and he's still young compared to Taysom, even though he's not as athletic as Taysom. Taysom is a machine. But yeah, he was clearly the logical choice to choose as Drew Brees' successor. But while he was off to an incredible start with his with dominating the Packers in their first game with 4 or 5 touchdown passes, a low amount of yardage and turnovers, he's had his ups and downs where he just struggled passing, was turned the ball over maybe once or twice, and just wasn't like passing like how he did it in Tampa Bay, leading to a predictable offense relying on superstar running back Alvin Kamara. God bless that man, and that man deserves a lot more credit than you think. Yeah, but this week, my complaint before the Week 5 game was Sean Payton. The way you're coaching Jameis Winston right now is showing that you're scared. You're scared to gamble on him. He is one of the best options you have to replace Drew Brees. And yeah, he won't like get adjusted to it right away, but let him play like he played in Tampa Bay. Let him play fiercely and let him play recklessly. Because that passing game is going to be stalled until you let him do that otherwise. You are the same coach that created the hit list for offensive players for your defense during the Super Bowl run. You were the gutsy player that made that. And you're scared of letting Jameis go wild? Like, come on, man. You're supposed to be this badass coach that's all about fighting grit. Let your new starting QB get wild and reckless. Because unlike his time in the Bucks, your Saints defense is pretty goddamn good. It's the best defense he's played under. It's not like the Super Bowl Bucks defense, but Jameis didn't have the chance to play under that Super Bowl Bucks defense because he went to you guys. Now he's with one of the best DB units in the NFC or in football, and an incredible pass rush led by led by Cameron Jordan. Yeah, or Jordan Cam. I forgot. He's their lead pass rusher. Cameron Jordan. I think it is Cameron Jordan. But yes, let the man play. Let him. It's okay if he throws a cost. No, a pick. Well, not a costly pick, but it's okay if he throws a pick when your defense is good enough to get it back for him to make up for that mistake. Let the man play. Let Jameis win. Let him start eating W's again. Let that man eat a W. Let him eat. But luckily, it seems like you are taking people's advice and putting some trust in Jameis with the way he was playing in the Week 5 game. 4 touchdowns and almost 300 yards. We're getting the Tampa Bay scoring machine again. And also, this is just a random fact. Jameis was playing blind, nearly blind his whole career as he is nearsighted. Well, was nearsighted until he got LASIK surgery. So you should let him play a lot more recklessly now. He's in a better position to succeed. You got this. Keep what happened in week 5 going. Let Jameis sling. Let him be the gunslinger he's meant to be under good coaching. Under coaching that shouldn't give up on him. He's too damn good to really give up on. Even with his flaws, he's too damn good. And he has the heart to bring success to this team and win. He's constantly improving and he's constantly taking responsibility. So let the man throw the damn ball. Let him go off. Let him throw that shit and talk that shit. That is my grambling for today on the Saints. So, yeah, subscribe, have fun, and I will release the second grambling video later. See ya.